took around the Raleigh and Carter's Way area by one of the young ladies who asked. Okay, other people in Gothic Way had asked. We'd also been asked on Facebook because the slippiness of the corner of Lyman's Road and also Hillary Rise. So, and also cherry trees have been asked by residents in the past as well. So that's where it had actually come from, was people who had actually lived within those areas had actually asked.
How many?
I didn't count the number on the petition, so I don't know.
Not just a petition, how many people in the other places?
I believe there was approximately 10 or 12 all told would ask.
So 10 people have requested 6 salt bins?
Because they live in different areas, so they want one outside their area.
Well, I'd like one outside my area.
Well, I brought it to the council.
Can we have just a question and an answer rather than two people talking?
I don't quite understand where the democracy is that somebody just rings up and says, we need a salt bin, and suddenly there's money spent providing the salt bin.
Okay. The first resident spoke to me, and I said, okay, well, how many people want this salt bin? And she turned around and said, I've got a petition. So she went round her road and she got a petition signed by quite a few people. Now, I would take that each person who signed that petition as somebody who's requesting a salt bin in that area. That was in the Raleigh, right? And that means to say that Berrymead Raleigh Junction was deemed to be, because she turned and pointed out to me that you cannot drive up there. On the junction of Carter's Way and Berrymead, another resident who lives in Carter's Way had actually turned around and stated to me that it was difficult to drive on Berrymead down there, and that is why another one was put there. On the other end of the valley, whereby it goes down into Saffron Close in the car park area, because of the incline there, I was asked to put some in there by elderly residents who live there. So that's where I had actually got it from.
That's not what I'm asking. I asked you how many people.
10 or 12.
No.
So if a resident asks me to bring something to the council, I bring it to the council. Okay, and that's what I did. So I can't turn around and say, I need 500 people to bring it to council. I just turn and say, okay.
But shouldn't you tell council how many people have requested?
Well, that's why I brought it to the council, and I got down the resident do what we call a petition, and I don't know how many people signed the petition.
Well, where is the petition?
The petition went into the office. You sent it into the office.
You didn't. No, you
can I bring Councillor Wenham, who wants to contribute to this discussion?
The gritting of roads that aren't covered by central beds is always a contentious issue with residents, not just in Arlesey, but across the area. Central beds have actively encouraged county parish councils to look at their own gritting arrangements for footpaths and minor side roads. And there's a heads of agreement form that central beds can provide to advise parish councils how to go about this, how insurance is covered and so on. And this is all modelled on a project that's currently running in Caddington Parish in the south of the area. And a number of parish councils have taken up that same model. In fact, one parish council adjacent to Arlesey has its own gritting equipment, which hasn't been used this year because it hasn't been required. But is manned by volunteers and will go out and grit areas of the parish and routes to school and footpaths and so on that aren't covered by central beds. And the cost is relatively low. We're talking a few £1,000s of capital equipment, and obviously you can make use of the free salt initially that's provided by Central Bedfordshire as well.
I just wonder why we've done an arbitrary thing of just responding
I understand
to individual people.
I understand that, but I mean, I think that's something. Yeah, but something that your new council could consider after May, because it is a project that requires a few months to put into place. But the template to do it and all the legal arrangements and issues like risks and insurance and so on is all available already and has been implemented by a number of parish councils across the area.
I think there's more to consider than has been considered at the moment, and that was the reason, one of the reasons why I decided to vote the way that I did. Okay. Yes.
Just to come back on that point, and some councillors might remember last winter this came up, and I remember the petition. There was between 50 and 60 names on there. And there was a suggestion, and as I recall, a resolution went back that we respond to the people who conducted the petition suggested that if they finance their own bin, £2 per person, they could raise the money for the bin and the council would supply the salt on a one-off basis, fill it. That was a resolution that went through and disappeared.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well, as I said, it can be brought back in the autumn, if council, whoever's on the council then, wish to do so.
Yeah, you're right, Andy, I remember that.
Okay. So that concludes that part of the town council meeting. There is item 31, which we will complete after we've considered the planning committee. So,